Good morning and welcome back to Just What We Needed, another podcast. I finally got a new job and I like it so far. It's dog boarding, so no, I am no longer in that godforsaken AT&T. And speaking of, what was crazy is like days leading up to me leaving, the district manager was hitting me up. He was just like, hey, if there's anything we can do to get you to stay, let me know. Because we got a new location opening and we can, get you in there if it's the drive that's the problem. And if, you were listening to any of my other podcasts, the problem was never the drive. The problem was never, I won't say never the pay, but the problem was that I didn't have any time to do anything else besides be there. So I knew that's what he just could not give me. He could give me everything else but that, and that's what I needed truly. This new job is 3 days on, 4 days off, and I'm here for it. I have my time back to do my actual show and make time to do other things and have some work-life balance. Love it. But 2 days after I left there, when my previous manager left, he was the one to tell the district manager, hey, Kiari's been holding it down for the past 2 months by himself, no manager, why don't you make him the manager? And the district manager said he's too new, right? I started back in March. He said he's too new. Now, I've had a new hire that I was kind of training while I was there for his 2 months. He's only been here for 2 months, maybe 2.5 now. And so 2 days after I left, I get a call saying that they made the guy who I was training for the past 2 months the new manager of the store. And I'm not mad. I'm not jealous. It's like, congrats to him. But the fact that y'all were like, he's too new. And then when I leave, 2 days after I leave, right? 2 days after I leave, they make him the manager of the person who I was training. It's like, oh, so you didn't fuck with me at all, for real. All right, we go, it's too late now to go back and be like, oh, he got the pay raise and all that. Cool, congratulations. But it's like, all right, I see how y'all doing me. Fuck it. But here at this new job, it's pretty good. Again, dog boarding, and my only issue, I have a couple issues. One is that I've always been terrible at remembering names. I'm so bad at remembering names that I actually use that shit as an icebreaker because it's so awkward and funny. I use that as an icebreaker when I meet new people. Oh no, I'm really bad with names. I got a whole list of names in my phone that I gotta remember. The more we hang out, more we chill, I'm gonna remember your name. I promise, because names, they're so important. I don't like when people fuck up my name. I don't like when people misremember my name. I'll correct them, but as long as you're trying to remember and I can tell you're trying, then yeah, that's cool. But other than that, names, it's very important. So I can't remember the names of these dogs coming in. And it's hundreds of dogs coming in. We're down at the bottom of a hill, and my new co-workers, they can just tell what dog is coming just by the car at the top of the hill. And even with cars, I've always been terrible at that. Even as a kid, it pissed my mom off to no end. I think my dad too, pretty sure. It pissed them off to no ends because I could not tell you the fucking make and model of a car. I'm gonna be dead honest with you. I can't tell until it's right up in my face and I see the logo. And then even after that, I'll probably still can't tell you what type of car it is. I can say the brand, but I can't tell you. It's the SUV? I don't know. Shit. I can't tell the exact model. But, so that's one issue, right? And of course, it'll come with time. I'm already, trying to remember this one dog. He seems like cool people. He's always staring at me when I take him in. The other issue is that, and this is actually a main issue that they kind of look at me funny for. So, of course, they give me the leads for the dogs. The owner takes the collar off, take the leash off, and I put my lead on. The issue is that when the dogs come in and I take them, right, they told me put it right behind their skull so they're not choking. It's above their, their windpipe so they're not choking, but you still have a tight grip on them. Okay, cool. That's all fine and dandy. I put it on and we're walking in, we're cooling. I get the collars that they need for the day. I put them on, I walk them to the right area. Cool, fine, whatever. However, when it's a larger dog who is more, not all of them obviously, but when it's a larger dog who's more excited and they immediately start pulling, the lead will slip. Not off, but like it'll go further down their throat. So I don't have an issue with that. The problem is that because they see obviously what's happening. Like my coworkers, they see what's happening. Oh yeah, he pulled the shit out you into the building and now the lead's down, so you just have to readjust it. Okay, cool. He's mad excited to be here. He's like, my friends. Like he's just trying his best to get outside and see everyone and like doing all that panting and shit, right? My coworkers, they see it. The problem is that shit keeps happening when a supervisor is around and never any other time. Like I had to get talked to twice, once from the supervisor and once from the owner of the facility, because these fucking big ass dogs keep doing, like, there are big dogs, like I've dealt with Great Danes coming in who just are chilling, like they see me about to open the door, they be like, oh yeah, take your time, oh please, yeah, I don't have arms, so I gotta wait on you, so oh thank you. It's like I don't get those dogs when a supervisor or manager is around. I get the ones who don't care about their own health. Like they're just sniffing, they're all over the floor and they can't breathe, but they're still so excited. And some dogs are just so fucking extra. Like it doesn't even have to be a big dog. Sometimes I'll have like a small dog who's cooling with me and then he'll walk just ahead of just a little bit. And as soon as the lead touches that nigga's neck, it's just like nigga, calm down. You are okay. Like, stop that shit, right? So that's the other issue. It's just like, just bad timing. I think the dogs have it out for me. And speaking of them having it out for me, I'm not even tired, but it's just off-putting how twice in one day I keep being told of racist dogs, because this facility, especially my department, it's like mainly white girls, right? Most of the dudes are outside like handling the dogs and then the playground, play area, whatever. But when it comes to like up front and within the building, it's mainly like white people and white women. People keep telling me, like one of my coworkers was just like, oh, be careful with that one. I don't know what's up with him, but he just keeps like barking. He only barks like people of color, so I'm gonna get him. Like, don't worry about it. Don't stress about it. I'm like, okay, didn't know that was a real thing, but yes, apparently it is. And it was just so off-putting because we had another client drop their dog off, and it was weird the way he was telling me about it, right? And so he got kind of weird he was picking up a dog, and he got kind of weird about the shit too, because he was just like, hey, let me ask you a question real quick. You knew, right? I was like, yeah. You say, do dogs ever get you grief? I was just like, yeah, but I'm new. I'm used to it. Like, I get it. I'm a strange person. They never met me. They want to smell me down. It's all good. It's like, that's not what I meant. And I was like, oh, what do you mean? It's like, do they ever, just be barking at you and all that. And like, just that you specifically, I'm like, I mean, yeah, but I'm new. He said, no. He said, look, when my dog I have like an electrician or a plumber come over, he keeps barking at them, like he keeps barking at people of color or whatever. My dog Austin. So, if he ever gives you grief, you have my permission to, just pop him or beat his ass. So I was just like, I like chuckled it all. I was like, okay. 'Cause I don't know if people are realizing that, like, y'all, sometimes telling me this and the way that you tell me is a little more harmful than it is helpful, because I'm sitting here like, so we're just cool with this? Like, when y'all did the training, because all the dogs go through training, y'all didn't be like, okay, bring a black person in, see how he does. Like, no, there's no training for that. Okay, all right, like, I wouldn't expect there to be, but hey, it is what it is. And then another issue is that, like I said, most of my coworkers are white. A lot of them are like white women. They're all like cool peoples though, except for one who I don't think likes me very much. And I'm gonna give you multiple examples as to why, right? So when I did my shadowing the very first day, it was only for like an hour, right? So like well before I actually, you know, took the job, I was doing some shadowing, and it was two girls I was following, and long story short, she came back the first day of my official, like, she was working my official first day. So I'm sitting here, you know, getting dogs, blah, 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 and I'm watching them work on the computer. Now, one of them is just like, okay, yeah, so, and I'm asking questions because, of course, at every job, you have your boss telling you, feel free to ask questions. There are no stupid questions, right? And what I've come to learn is that there are no stupid questions just means no one has asked one recently. You know, because no stupid questions will turn into a strange look if you ask the right question. And so it was like, ask questions, blah, blah. So I'm asking questions. I'm like, okay, so you're checking them in, you're doing this, what page is this, and how do you do that? What are you bringing up? And one girl is telling me, like, oh, this is XYZ, and we write up like a little prompt, a script before we send it off to the parents and their medications, and we have it looked over by a supervisor in this app here, and blah blah. You use this app, okay, cool, right? So I'm doing the same with the other girl, looking at her thing, and she's not very talkative. She has a very dry tone. Like, even her humor's a little dry, which I'm not mad at. My favorite show is King of the Hill. I'm not mad at dry humor, but it's just in her tone. It's very dry. So there was a time where I think the supervisor came out, or someone came out and just like, hey, Kiara, you doing good? Like, you learning? And I was like, yeah, I'm watching everyone, just not making sure, but I'm just, you know, trying to obtain all the information that I can. I'm just watching. And then the other girl was just like, a lot of staring. I was like, excuse me? Like, the fuck? What's wrong with you? Where did that come from? What are you talking? A lot of staring. I don't know what the fuck y'all are doing. I don't have a choice but to stare. And I don't know. Like, that was just the first red flag about her. Like, what the fuck do you mean a lot of staring? And she just slipped it in so effortlessly. It's like, you been dying to say something? What the fuck? Another thing that she does, going back to what I was saying about asking questions, I'll ask a question, and this girl, like the one who I don't think likes me, almost makes me feel like I'm crazy, but as if I'm not like loud enough, as if I'm not asking the question loud enough. Cause I'll be like, hey, what do I do with this? And she'd be like, huh? And it's not like she's so super focused on where I'm asking, like, hey, XYZ. She's like, what's up? And I'm like, what do I need to do with this? And be like, huh? Like, shawty, this is my first full week. I don't know where some of this stuff goes. So she'll just be looking at me and she'll act like, huh? What? Huh? What's going on? What's going on? And it makes me feel like I'm not, like I did something to her. But like I said, I know it's not me, because in that same instance, someone like just out of earshot will walk in the room and be like, oh yeah, nah, this goes over here, and then. So it's like, why are you trying to make me feel like I'm asking a stupid question? It's, you know, it's just something, it's the way she talks and interacts with me specifically that I just do not like. I remember there was a night where, because I'm not used to all these dogs, so when I was coming in and out, everyone was picking up their pets at the same time. So I was just like, okay, so where do I find this person? Where do I find David? Where do I find Isabel? So they're just like, oh yeah, just go over the walkie and ask the people in the back like where they can find these dogs, because at night they start cleaning the cages. So even though the dogs' cages and crates do have like their names on it, because they're cleaning them out, the dogs get moved into different places where they're not, you know, quote unquote, supposed to be. So I'm going back there. I can't find the dog. So I'm saying, hey, does anyone know this location? Right? So I do that maybe 3 or 4 times, and everyone over the walkie, super helpful. Like, no judgment, no bullshit. You can find Isabel in B2. You can find Daiquiri. I don't know why Daiquiri. I got a DA name in my fucking head. how you find Dekery in this one? And so everyone's super helpful. And I think maybe like the fourth time I came in, because she's sitting at the desk doing something, fourth time I came in, like I said, hey, where's Elvis at? Like, what location can I find Elvis? She starts to like giggle. No one else is giggling. No one else is laughing. Nothing has been said that's funny. So what the fuck is so funny? What's so goddamn funny, bruh? Like, I'm trying to find out where these dogs are and getting them back to these people so this line doesn't build up and it's so busy. Like, we're all going back. Like, what is so fucking funny? I don't understand. This is why I say, like, I feel she doesn't like me. Obviously, that's not my goddamn problem. That's on her. But, like, I don't understand what it is. On top of the fact, going back to what I was saying about how, you know, some people come in and be like, racist dogs. She was the first, not the first, she was the person, when I said the man told me about, here's all, you have permission to kick his ass if he gets up in arms with you. I came back in and I was talking to her because she was at the desk. I was just like, I just had a weird, interesting interaction with the client, and like without even picking up her head, she was just like, weird how? Just typing away, weird how? Oh, and I told her about the whole experience, and she's just like, yep, that'll do it. Yep, yeah, we got some racist dogs here. Like, not even looking at me. Like, even the first person was trying to like reassure me, say, hey, I'll go get the dog, don't worry about it. Yeah, she can be a little but this person was just like, yeah, racist dogs. Yeah, shit happens. Type. So it's just like there's no interaction. I don't want to interact with her. And I think she or maybe my supervisor can feel the vibes, because of course the supervisor was the one to be like, no stupid questions, ask us anything. And that was the first day, and then recently it changed because she was asking, how you think you're doing? And I was just like, I think I'm doing all right, aside from, you know, the lead slipping, and but how do you think I'm doing? Because why the fuck would you ask me that? It doesn't matter how I think I'm doing. You're the supervisor. It matters what you think. How do you think I'm doing? But I say that to say that she was the one to be like, no stupid questions, ask us anything. And then the next time she like was checking up on me, it changed to, you know, if you have any questions, feel free to ask us. You're not bothering us. And if you think you are, then just feel free to ask me. I don't know. Maybe either I'm just overthinking it. Maybe they're just disconnected and that's just how she was feeling that day and wanted to reassure me of something. Because I do think I get like visually, like you can visually see when I'm feeling overwhelmed or a little down in the dumps. But like maybe I was showing that and didn't realize it. But I don't know. It's just... that one girl, I'm not really fucking with. I do not like trying to ask her for anything anymore. I'm just like, ayo, you got it. So go ahead, do your paperwork, bro. I'll ask somebody else. Don't even trip. Don't worry about it. You don't have to get up. Just, no, you got it. I'll ask someone else. If I gotta walk all the way to the back of the building, I'll do it. Just don't even worry about me. You got it. But that's all I wanted to talk about today. I'm glad I got this new job. Again, 3 days on, 4 days off, and I'm taking all of my time back. Hopefully the pay raise comes after like this probation period, because there's gonna be a lot of gas for a little while, but I'm just gonna have to suck it up, because that's what I asked for, is my time back. And 12-hour shifts here really aren't terrible. It is only 12:03 at the time of this recording, and I still have 7 hours left. My God. What was it? Monday went by quick. Today is just sheesh. But of course, as always, appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys for listening, and catch you on the next one whenever that is. Glad to be in this new job, and I'm glad that I can clock in from my phone. Right? Like the last job, I had 3 fucking different emails and 4 different apps to do courses and do the group chats with and clock in. Like, I hated that shit. And I appreciate how everything with this job is in one app. It's little things you don't realize that can cause you such inconveniences and things that will piss you off to no ends until it gets resolved. Like, I'm so glad that everything is in one app. But yeah, I just had to get all that off my chest. I am glad for this new job. I'm going to try to make the most of it, and hopefully until the photography job hits me and just like, hey, winter's done, school's back, let's get it so you can get some money up in here. All right, so that's it. Appreciate you guys.